Hello and welcome. In this little presentation, we're going to be talking about how we keep fit while traveling, tips for a healthier you. So, travel can disrupt your healthy habits, but it doesn't have to. With a little planning, you can maintain healthy eating and exercise routines. So, first, we want to start off with a little mental preparation. We need to ditch the all or nothing mentality. So just because you had one meal out and had one drink doesn't mean that you get to blow the entire weekend, okay, guys? So a little bit of moderation, have a little bit of fun, but also make sure you reel it back in because overall we're trying to work towards a goal here and not totally throw ourselves completely off the rails. It just makes it harder to get back on, right? Be kind to yourself also. Like if you do indulge a little bit, don't make it worse by beating yourself up. That does not serve you. Now, you think it is a good thing to do, but actually, it just actually creates the environment for you to continue down that road because then your brain wants to be right and go, yeah, you're right. I do suck. So I'm going to eat some more. Don't do that to yourself. Celebrate your daily wins. It's hard when you're traveling to stay on your schedule. It's not going to happen, honestly. So when you do, like, I went for a walk this morning. I got up and I did a little exercise in the hotel room, or I drank more water today. Like, celebrate these wins and focus on what you did right, not what you could have done better. Control what you can, your effort and your attitude, right? And just be flexible. Just kind of like let it happen. All right. Go with the flow a little bit and just understand that you are out of your element. You're out of your normal routine. It's okay. The more stress you put on yourself, the worse you're going to make it. Get those stress hormones going and everything. So, and it makes you more likely to reach for bad foods. All right. Packing healthy snacks. This is definitely one of the things that I make sure that I always do, especially like long road trips or anything like that. We're going to grab some apples, bananas, plain nuts, not like the candied nuts. Okay. No sugar added jerky is really great. Great source of protein. Low sugar, high protein bars. You want to get at least 15 grams of protein, preferably up to 25 with fewer carbs. Protein powder and your shaker bottle. Super easy. Water and your protein powder. It's a great supplement to make sure that you're at least getting your minimum amount of protein while you're out on the road. And then your supplements. Don't forget those because actually that'll be one of the things that you kind of feel a little crappy because you're not taking your normal dose of, the antioxidants and the multivitamin, the vitamin D, and your omega 3s and stuff like that. So it's not a bad idea to bring a little baggie or a little, pill organizer and bring some of your supplements with so you still kind of stay on track with some of these things. Stay hydrated. Actually, you need to drink more water when you're traveling, not less, especially if you are flying. It is very dehydrating to be up in an airplane. Dehydration can feel like hunger. So you think you might be hungry, but really you're just thirsty. So always drink more water in between meals. Dehydration can lead to fatigue and brain fog. What do you do when you're tired and you have brain fog? You reach for things that you probably shouldn't reach for. Okay. We just don't make the best decisions in that state. So, staying hydrated, plan ahead, take into account the bathroom trips you might take along the way. And you know what? You should be getting up and walking more anyhow to prevent blood clots. So, don't tell me that you're going to drive 4 hours straight and not stop. That's actually a really bad idea. Take the extra time, give yourself more time to get to where you're going and try and enjoy yourself along the way and feel better too when you get there. Go prepared with a plan. Okay. So plan your meal stops out. Don't just like, oh my God, now we're starving and what's within the next 50 miles. And it's nothing but like some greasy spoon or fast food. So if you know where you're going, right? You got a map. We'll map out your meals too. So like figure out like, okay, we want to stop at this place. Hey, this place has a really great restaurant. They've got fresh foods and stuff that we could stop at and really just like enjoy it. Make the travel part of the whole experience instead of just like trying to barrel through, those trips that you took when you were younger, like with your parents and you're just like 16 hours straight. I don't know, maybe none of you guys did that, but oh boy, those are brutal. But take your time. Like, make it part of the experience that you're going to stop someplace, you maybe try something new. We go through like Bend, Oregon a lot, and that's really fun. Always want to try a new place down there. We've had some amazing food down there. It was super fresh and delicious. And yes, it took more time out of our travel, but it was enjoyable. Okay. So make it enjoyable. You can look up the menu beforehand. Love smartphones. We never used to be able to do that, guys. And I'm dating myself right now. I don't care. So look up the menu and kind of plan your attack. Just like you would when you're at home before you go out to eat, you want to look at the menu beforehand. That way you're better prepared to make better decisions when you walk through the door because you're probably going to be pretty hungry. Okay. Skip the bread and the chip basket, guys. Empty calories, you don't need it. Don't do it. Tell them, no thanks. I don't even want it at the table because it's too tempting, right? Or if somebody at the table does want it, they get to have it on their side of the table, okay? Drink water, very low calorie beverage. Alcohol, in moderation is fine. We just don't want you to like be slamming a bunch of alcohol because you know how that makes you feel, right? And it leads to dehydration, poor food choices, poor life choices in general. Okay. So, having a cocktail is fine, but we just want to make sure that we're not overindulging in that, right? Um, Great options, salads. You have your dressing on the side, dip your fork in the dressing, and then take a bite of your salad. That's one of the best ways where you still get the flavor of the dressing and it's still good, but you're not dosing it with all of those calories that you just don't need. Grilled protein, look at what they got grilled. Chicken, steak, fish, great options, not breaded. You don't necessarily want those breaded. And then a starchy carb, and make sure you're getting a good vegetable source with that as well. Eat mindfully. Take your time, enjoy your food. Okay. This helps with that satiety signal, and it also helps to make sure that you're not overeating because it takes time for the signals to get from your stomach up to your brain to say, we've had enough food, releases leptin, which is that hormone that tells your body, we've had enough, we're good, we're satisfied. But it takes time. And if you're rushing your meals, by the time that you get those signals, it's too late and you have overstuffed yourself. You're going to be miserable. Don't do that. Skip dessert most of the time. Every once in a while, have the dessert. If it's a really good tiramisu made in house, oh God, yes, I will definitely indulge in that. At least a couple bites and share it. You don't have to get a whole dessert to yourself, but for the most part, dessert adds up a lot. So we want to, for the most part, avoid that. All right. Kitchens and kitchenettes. Yes. So if you can, stay in a place with a kitchen or kitchenette. This will really cut down on the amount of money you're spending on meals out, the amount of calories that you're consuming because you're eating out so much. And then you'll be able to like have some fun with it, like make stuff that you wouldn't normally make at home, but it's still healthier options. Okay. So cooking meals will lessen unnecessary calories. You can visit a grocery store straight, like one of your first stops when you get into town. Stop by the grocery store, have plans for what meals you want to try and make. What we've done in the past, for instance, we went to Reno last year for a conference and we went with another couple. We stayed in an Airbnb, which was great because we had our own spot, we had a kitchen and everything, and then we split meals. So like one night, my husband and I would cook a meal, and then the next night, the other couple would cook a meal. So it was really fun. And then we'd have like our light breakfast and then we'd go to the conference. We usually have lunch there, but it really cut back on things and of course bring our own snacks. So, and then, like I said, work up a dinner rotation. Super fun. All right, exercise. Schedule time for exercise and make it a priority. I recommend first thing in the morning. So get up. It doesn't have to be anything crazy strenuous like you would normally do at home. Okay. Just activities that you enjoy, fit into your schedule. Pack some resistance bands or small weights or a little kettlebell or something to do some kettlebell swings for a quick hotel room workout. And I will have a resource for you guys too that actually is a hotel workout that I myself do when I'm out of town. It's a great total body exercise and it just is enough to get you moving and you feel so much better because you've been stuck in like a car or a plane or something, and putting your joints and everything through a full range of motion after being like stuck for a while in one position, especially sitting position, you're just going to feel so much better. And it's just really, really good for you. So definitely recommend that. It's a bonus pro tip. When you are coming home, so many people, and I've done this so many times, guys, learn from my mistakes, please. Plan ahead, and you can double prep the meals before your trip. So, whatever you're going to prep for the week before you leave, double prep whatever you can and freeze it. That way, when you get home, all you have to do is pull it out of the freezer, and there you go. Meal prep is done. It makes it so much easier. Also, don't come back at 2 a.m. and then you got to go to work at 8 a.m. the next day. Why are you doing that to yourself? I know you want to stretch your vacation as much as possible, but honestly, having that downtime before you go back to work, so taking that extra day, whether you have to take it off the vacation or take it off of work, either way, having at least half a day, if not a full day, to recover, unpack, do your laundry, lounge around, and recover from your trip, right? Have a vacation from your vacation. It is so worth it. Okay. So I really, really highly recommend it, especially when you're trying to adopt this lifestyle. We're not about grinding ourselves into a pulp anymore, running around like a chicken with our heads cut off. No, we are trying to make better choices. And part of that is making time for things that matter. And what matters is being prepared for a week, getting back on track because you've come back from a trip and it's late and you're exhausted and you don't even unpack. It stuff sits there for a week because you have to go back to work and you're exhausted. So take the time, set yourself up for success, and then instead of being thrown off for another week, when you come back, you'll actually be able to get back on your routine. It probably won't be perfect, but that's okay. At least you'll be closer than you would have before you had started this. So, in conclusion, traveling doesn't have to derail your healthy habits. If you plan ahead, you stay active, choose healthy options, hydrate, and enjoy your travels with a fit and happy body. So, thank you so much for listening, and I hope these tips help you maintain a healthy lifestyle while on the go and safe travels. Take care.